Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The first, I will say to thank you for watching these presentations. I'm glad to see you all. The first, let me introduce myself. My name is Hadianto. I am from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. I represent my partner to present our research. The title of research is Geographical Possessions and Literacy Skill, Implementation of Literacy Model based on local culture, life ability, and independent business in the underdeveloped regions. The first, I will explain introduction and literature review. In my research, there is two variable literacy and underdeveloped regions. The first, I will explain the literacy. Literacy is a complex process to get new information from the media. The media can text or the other media. Literacy has a role important Literacy plays a role important in our life, especially in our activity. For example, with literacy, individual can access new information, can access new knowledge. And finally, the new knowledge or new informations uh, is used to fix their life, to fix their economic conditions. And finally, they they use literacy to achieve a decent life. Literacy and social context, literacy and social practice perspective is not only just reading, counting, speaking, writing, but also uh, literacy is wider context. Literacy the individual or the society use literacy to get a decent life. We know society or community, our society and community has low literacy. So because of that, the government of Indonesia some literacy programs. From the data of society literacy in Indonesia, many people with low literacy skill, especially in underdeveloped areas. And based on uh, the data, we conclude the model of literacy is needed, especially for underdeveloped areas. And we know underdeveloped area has special characteristic. There is different areas with modern areas. For example, in underdeveloped areas, there is still like facilitation, there is uh, different perspective in their community, and there is still many trees or lands for agriculture. So because of that, we modificate the new model for to improve their literacy society in underdeveloped areas. And the model literacy is literacy model a literacy model based on local culture, life skill, and independent business. And in this research, we make a research question, two research question. The first, how the significance of the application of the literacy model to community literacy skill. And the second, how to design a literacy model based on local culture, life skill, and independent business. And we use the theory, literacy and social context, literacy with community educations, literacy for life skill. Why? We use life skill. Literacy in this research to improve life skill in underdeveloped areas. So the content of literacy, the content of the text modified to for modified for the society from underdeveloped areas because their community has different characteristics. And the second, okay, I will explain the method. The study used an experimental method by applying a literacy model based on local culture, life skill, and independent business to improve people literacy skill. The participants are the people from Cibulu village, Cianjur district in the West Java province. The people selected as a participant are those who work as farmers, freelancers, and entrepreneurs. And the last education of participant was from elementary school to junior high school, who had very low literacy skill because we want to evaluate literacy ability. The society who has a low literacy skill. There were 100 participants, consist of 70% male and 30% female. And next, okay, this is result and discussions. We can see the difference from the data pre-test and the data post-test. Okay, I will explain the pre-test, the data of pre-test. There are uh, there are 65% very less with literacy ability very less, yes, 65%, and 32% with less ability literacy, and enough, and 3% with the enough literacy ability. And the post test, we can see the difference uh, very good. Sorry, 55 with good ability, and 36% with enough ability literacy, and 9% with very good ability literacy. And we can see the different we can see the difference from the pre-test and the post-test with use the model literacy model based on culture and life skill and independent business. And based on the two free tests and post tests, the result are the application of literacy model to the reading ability of the people from Cibulu village have increased. This is because the model applied has been adapted to geographic characteristics and social condition of the people in the area. Especially, we modified the content of the text. We modified the content of the text with the professions, with the profession community, and the characteristic areas or and life skill has society in Sibulu village. And to ensure whether the culture-based literacy model, life skill, and independent business, we use SPSS processing, and we can see there is uh, there is 0.00 with a test level of 50%, then the p-value smaller than 0.05, and so it can decide with a degree confidence 95%. The research data show there is a significant difference between pre-test and the post-test, and why literacy model can improve ability literacy society from Cibulu village, and we can use this model. There is six steps. The component aspect of the learning structure, and we can uh, we can use the syntax of the literacy model based on local culture business, which are developed have 6 stages. The first, conditioning, and the second, presentation of content. Conditioning, participant conditioning with the schemata, conditioning participant conditioning by the tutor, Kemudian presentation of content, the total presentation percentage, the content of text, creation of meaning, and this in this step, society uh, interpret the context of the text, tutoring, evaluation, appreciation, and in the last, monitoring of result. The most important thing is design of the literacy model emphasize reading skill based on life skill, based on concept used by WHO. Life skills are the ability to behave and adaptive and positive manner that enable person to effectively master the needs and face the challenges of everyday life. Literacy content that is adjusted to the needs, geographic condition, and characteristic of the community really helps them to equip them with life skill. So, uh, we can conclude the literacy model based on local culture, life skill, and independent business can improve the reading skill of the people of Cibulu village. This is evidenced by the increased reading ability data and the ability of the community to apply their literacy skill. The design of literacy model that has been adapted to the geographic characteristics and social conditions of the community is able to make the material provide more absorb and the community ability to read better, especially in understanding information and applying it in life. And one example of improving the quality of life as a result of increasing literacy skill is marketing products from agriculture. They do not depend on the banner maximizing the land use and most of the processing of fertilizer switching to manure and some families opening home business that process food from local resident agriculture. So there is the difference, there is the improve from a literacy model. So and that's it, my presentations about my research. And thank you for watching. And so I hope there, I hope the audience can ask the questions. I'm very happy if the audience asks the questions. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.